Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about a subject that is close to the heart of every Indian, and that is none other than agriculture. India, popularized as the land of agrarian richness, is the second largest agricultural producer in the world. It's not a sector that just feeds the entire nation. It provides livelihoods to more than 150 million people yearly, contributing to more than 15% in our GDP. Currently, you would be surprised to know that 80% of fresh water in India is utilized by just one sector, which is none other than agriculture. And yet, as much as 70% of it is just wasted. I repeat, wasted. This translates to as much as 56% of our precious freshwater reserves being wasted due to the inefficiencies in our agricultural practices. Now, I noticed this problem during one of my visits to my grandfather's village. While we were driving to the irrigation channel, we noticed that some farms were extremely overflowed with water. The soil was soggy and flooded, whereas just 1 kilometer ahead, the land was completely dry and cracked. So you must be wondering that can there be any solution to this problem? This problem exists all around the world. Many countries are trying to solve this problem. So there is a solution, and that is evapotranspiration rate. So this word might sound a little intimidating at first, but let us break this word down together. Evapotranspiration. It's a combination of two words, evaporation and transpiration. And together, evapotranspiration contributes to 97 to 99% of the water that is lost from the plants. But now, okay, transpiration refers to the water vapor that is lost from the plant's leaves from the stomata holes. You must be wondering that, okay, we have evapotranspiration, we know how it works, then why don't farmers just use this concept and make the irrigation efficient, use optimal water? They should know exactly that what amount of water they should be using, neither too little nor too much. But there is problem in the measurement and calculation of evapotranspiration rate. And the first problem is that it involves the use of complex equations. Second, to measure and calculate this rate, you need to have expensive field instruments. And third, it doesn't take into account the real-time climatic data around the city. Now, okay, if we calculate the evapotranspiration rate using these data, it can lead to suboptimal results. But as we know that farmers are, as an income group, are one that are among the below. So how do they have access to all this? It's inaccessible to a majority of farmers. So this is where our groundbreaking product, ETNet, comes in. It's a fusion of machine learning and agricultural sciences. When I first set out to solve this problem, I did what anybody else would have done, a simple Google search. This is when I came across several microscopic images of leaves from different species of plants. Here are some of the samples that we collected for the projects. I noticed that from these microscopic images, we could extract stomatal features like the number of stomatas, the density, the size, which severely affect the evapotranspiration rate. But moving further, I came across the fact that it was not just the stomatas that mattered. It was also the various climatic data such as the temperature, humidity, solar radiation, rainfall, and plenty of variables. So, luckily, the three most impactful variables on the evapotranspiration rate were relative humidity, temperature, and solar radiation. So we decided to work with just three of them, and so we could achieve more by less effort. Now, moving further, we created two machine learning models. The first model used a classification algorithm. The model takes a microscopic image of a leaf and then extracts the stomatal features out of it. The second algorithm uses the incredible power of linear regression. It extracts the real-time data from the local weather stations and determines what should be the mean deviation from the average evapotranspiration rate at a local area. Combined, our model worked pretty well and was giving an accuracy of over 92%, which I feel is pretty accurate. But I didn't want to stop here. So further, I again went into research. And this time I talked to my family members and some of the villagers and farmers. The problem I realized was that hardware component of our product would not be scalable, nor it would be feasible to buy them for the farmers. So we decided to convert it to an app. So a farmer could upload a microscopic image on the app and could extract its stomatal features. Next, the app could provide him information about the plant health, about how much water he has to give for the optimum yield to achieve, and what's the water content of the plants. Our product would be targeting, first of all, the Rajasthan state, and then we would be targeting India. In Rajasthan, we have particularly decided to prioritize the dark zones. Dark zones are areas where the rate of groundwater depletion is much greater than the rate of groundwater refilling. These areas are in dire need of sustainable practice. During one of my visits to Dausa district, a district that is 1 hour drive from Jaipur, the city, I went to there's a combination of 3 villages there, and there's this organization, Atmanirbhar Bharat. When I visited that organization, I realized how farmers were struggling with water. Farmers, from the organization, I got the fact that around 80% farmers are dependent on groundwater. And when the groundwater is depleting at such a rate, it almost becomes impossible to have the optimum yield to earn income for farmers. Farmers there were earning less than 4,000 rupees per month. So I worked with the organization and implementation of my product to create a whole system in the village where we would tell the farmers how much water you have to give to your crops to ensure optimum yield. And I'm pleased to announce that from our efforts, the income that was just a mere 4,000 increased to almost 30,000 per month. That's a 9 times increase. Our future implementation includes spreading our product to the whole nation and including more parameters and variables to make it more accurate and increase its accuracy from 92% to more of 98%. Thank you.